Historically, the path to the highest political office relied on a dense paper trail. A candidate established their authority through decades of voting records, legislative successes, and detailed policy white papers. Yet, a candidate can emerge without ever holding public office or drafting a single bill. This raises the question of how an outsider captures the presidency while bypassing the traditional requirements. The answer lies in a strategy that replaces policy papers with a relentless cinematic production. This approach uses overwhelming imagery of power to fill the vacuum where a traditional political resume would typically sit. This strategy utilizes an aesthetic blueprint. It relies on specific, repeatable visual motifs that are deployed with the same consistency as a corporate brand. In the modern media environment, the projection of a mastered visual aesthetic can successfully overpower the traditional requirements of a political career. The first pillar of this blueprint required the candidate to project a pre-existing aura of supreme personal success and celebrity. Before the politics can begin, the persona of the winner must be established. We see this in the specific use of the red carpet environment. The confident, double thumbs-up posture and the celebrity backdrop code the subject as a member of the cultural elite long before they enter a political arena. To transition this celebrity status into political power, the campaign employs a strict, unvarying wardrobe that translates personal wealth into executive authority. The executive uniform is a primary tool here. The navy suit, saturated red tie, and severe expression signal an uncompromising boardroom dominance. Corporate partnerships further cement this master of business persona. By framing the individual's name alongside brands like Staples and utilizing the yellow power tie, the candidate's name is visually presented as a successful business institution. Flooding the media with these individual cues allows the image of corporate authority to stand in for a detailed business audit, making the candidate's competence appear as a visual fact. Individual luxury is only half the strategy. To exert true political power, the candidate must transform static personal wealth into the visual proof of a mass movement. The environment shifts into a kinetic, cinematic action scene. High-contrast stage lighting hits the subject in profile, while dynamic podium gestures create a sense of urgent, unfolding action. Crowd energy provides the necessary visual evidence of a populist mandate. This tangible excitement is designed to override the abstraction of traditional polling data. This wide shot captures the scale of that energy. By framing the speaker and a massive audience together, the multitude of glowing cell phone cameras validates the movement's size in real time. The triumphant raised fist serves as the definitive action pose of this phase. It is a calculated visual signal of a fighting spirit, intended to show the candidate battling on behalf of the crowd. Orchestrating and distributing these kinetic images creates the impression of an unstoppable populace wave, making the movement feel inevitable through the sheer volume of the imagery. In the final phase of the blueprint, the disruptor must visually merge with the very institutions they intend to lead. The campaign achieves this by integrating traditional American symbolism, which transfers the historical weight of the nation directly onto the outsider candidate. Note the precise, symmetrical framing used here. Surrounding the individual with large American flags serves to visually equate the candidate with the national identity itself. Atmospheric choices like sunset lighting or formal presidential attire elevate the imagery. It moves the narrative from a chaotic campaign to the solemnity of a presidency. This has a grounding effect on the electorate. It places a previously unpredictable disruptor within safe and deeply familiar patriotic boundaries. The persistent pairing of the outsider with institutional symbols makes the candidate appear as though they are already the incumbent, bypassing the uncertainty of the election process. These three pillars, elite status, mass populism, and institutional symbolism, combine to form an entirely engineered political environment. This is hyperreality, a cinematic version of events that can feel more compelling and authentic than mundane political truths. Because this strategy relies on the power of the image, traditional fact-based critiques and policy debates often struggle to gain traction against it. This shift in strategy requires a new approach to political management. To achieve this effect, a campaign must be directed and produced with the technical precision of a film set. In this era, visual literacy is a requirement for the public. When the battleground for power is the curation of the cinematic image, understanding how that image is built is the